Flores Paris.
She's on her way. She will be
Okay.
here, and so when she comes in,
Roland Certeza. Gina Rojas.
Stacy is representing
GTA.
Stacy. Can you be recognized for Rollins?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Stacy Alarmo for GTA.
Gina Rojas.
Not here.
Ashley Ajuju.
Half a day, present.
Okay. Sanjay Dewan.
Here, present.
Okay. Wayne Bigler.
Present.
Okay. Matthew Poffins.
Selena Ashland here for Matthew Poffins. Present.
No. Derek Munia Kinata.
Hi here for Bob Osborne.
James Martinez. I heard James. Mary
Yes,
Rhodes.
present. Thank you. Half a day.
Half a day, James. Mary Rhodes. David Della Sola is here. Julia Joy Keith.
Present.
Joseph Cameron. Saw him. Okay. Peter John Camacho.
Hold on, Jerry. We have to hear him say present. Joseph, can you unmute?
I see is on the screen.
Can you say present for the recording?
This is Joseph Cameron. Are you trying to get a hold of me?
Yeah.
Just a roll call. Just say present.
Present?
Thank you.
Okay. Peter John Camacho.
That would be me, Patrice, on behalf of the Department of Public Health and Social Services, as well as Melissa.
Thank you.
Okay. Peter Barcinas.
Present for Dr. Lucas.
Okay. Joe Sanchez.
Not here.
Okay, I think we have enough to have a quorum. And we'll move right on to committee updates. The next order of business, we will have updates from our committees. As chair for the executive committee, I would like to call on Mr. Peter Barcinas as chair of the Planning and Coordinating Committee. Peter?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On behalf of the Planning and Coordinating Standing Committee, I'd like to acknowledge all the members over the many work group sessions and meetings and discussions around the work of the Planning Coordinating area under the Workforce Board. We're here to acknowledge the formal recording of the planning minutes that kept the conversation on workforce planning and discussions moving forward, and preserving those discussions in a manner to serve as reference to how the issues over time have changed and some of the areas that have contributed to our current state plan process. So at the appropriate time, I'd like to call for a endorsement of the minutes for this standing committee. The second part of the standing committee report is the launch of the business needs assessment survey. And again, this is part of the work effort of the work group members that rallied at the right time to model our business needs assessment survey, borrowing some of the elements from the CNMI workforce board. And one of the approaches to that strategy is to compare our workforce business needs to theirs as well. We do have a regional interest in terms of the market recognition workforce. And definitely because CNMI also follows the USDOL workforce development requirements, it only suits us to also see how our neighbors address their particular human capital development needs. So that's the short backgrounder of borrowing those elements, and we received their approval. So to date, on the business needs assessment survey, we have a total of, I think, 81 responses. That's pretty significant given the short time of putting the survey out there. We hope to continue the survey even throughout the processing and adoption of the state plan. Um, for the committee and the board, the need to also address should the modification period for the state plan come up, we have a 2-year window to address any new needs. And at that point, we would like to continue to make adjustments as needed. In one of the work group discussions, there was a request during the business needs assessment work to incorporate government employee needs or government organization employment needs. I think one of the suggestions in the work group was to focus firstly on the business sector needs, and this is where the 81 responses have been, reported in the summary table today. The second phase is to focus on organizing a work group to explore the limits of what are the particular concerns on workforce needs for government organizations. And at that point, we can shift to capturing those kinds of information for integrating into the areas of the plan. So, Mr. Chair, that concludes the Planning Coordinating Standing Committee report. I'd like to acknowledge and thank the work group members for all their time and commitment reviewing the products of the committee.
Shall we take a vote on the minutes? I assume you recommended approval of the minutes. Do I have a second on the minutes?
I'll go ahead and second it.
Okay. Do I hear any objections? Okay, the minutes are approved. We will now move on to our action items and priority areas, which will start with the approval of the program year 2024 to 2027. We will combined state plan. Mr. Della Solo, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the program year 24-27, the WIOA combined state plan is completed and was disseminated to the public via press release and emails to all the main media outlets for public comment period. This was done on March 1st. We have provided all the board members with a finalized plan on March 19th and for their review and of course for their approval. And with that, I make a motion to call for the approval of the plan that was disseminated.
I would like to second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do I have any objections?
Sure.
Is there opportunity?
There, so just for everybody's information, of course, this, if approved, this will go to USDOL for their review and comment. And then if it is finalized, there will, in 2 years, there will be an opportunity for update, review, and adjustment. So this is a step for the 5-year period. This is that's gonna be initially approved to get it going, and then it's a living document. It will be changed and, as it evolves.
So, so I mean, add to that, also during the federal government DOL review, if they, come up with a, particular area of our report, they will, require additional information or explanation on how that particular section was, addressed or how it was written into those portal, areas. So there's still that window, but again, the 2 year is, that's the document with its, assumptions run its course. And then at the same time, we can start making adjustments, from a planning side, not, implementing it as this goes forward.
So, Mr. Chair, can we get a verbal, vote on approval and, disapproval for the record?
Sure. All in favor of approving the plan, say aye.
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 All
Aye.
opposed? Any opposed? Okay. The motion passes to approve the program year 2024 to 2027 Wheeler Combined State Plan. For the second order of business on your action items is the approved. Excuse me?
I had to give a pause and thank my staff for that. They put in a lot of hard work and, as well as all the partners who submitted all their sections. It was a big task and, I go so quickly to approve, but I just want to say thank you to everybody for their participation and their comments. Thank you.
Yeah, I second that. Thank you for all your hard work. For the second order of business on our action items is the approval of the GWDB resolutions. Mr. Peter Barcinas, you are recognized. Please provide us with a summary on resolution 2024-001.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What we're going to do with regard to the resolutions, to do a consolidated vote on those resolutions. The resolution speaks to, updating the eligible training provider listing. And in that resolution, it identifies the particulars of who are recognized as, ECPL for programs to reach out to for training services or support. So that's resolution 2024-001, renewal of the ECPL list. The list includes the Guam Trade Academy, PHRS, Pacific Human Resources Services, Guam Mariana Training Center, Guam International Training Center, PHRA, Guam Post Electron Association, a Smooth Job Training School, New Horizons Guam, IV Educational Services, and the Institution Fire Learning, Guam Community College, University of Guam, and the Pacific Islands University, Guam campus. The registered apprenticeship program sponsors and intermediaries as listed. So with that, Mr. Chair, that's resolution 24001. The next resolution involves the approval of the new American Job Center policies for Guam workforce systems. Each of these particulars in the policy speak to areas of concern regarding policy definitions on how participants are to be guided in terms of their eligibility to participate in the program. One area is the in-school use. That's an area that the WIO requires a local definition of how in-school youth participate in these programs. The other policy areas speaks to the business support unit. And again, these are in as program needs occur and there's a gap in policy. This is the window where the governance side of the workforce plans, these are the required elements in the state plan. This work that we're doing in updating these policies is part of being in compliance. So that's the policy for. I'm sorry, do you talk? Jake?
I'm muted anyway. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, Jay. Oh, there he is. He's muted now.
So altogether, Mr. Chair, there's 6 policy areas that will update our governance for the programs and the workforce board section. So once this is presented and formally adopted, those elements will be the new standard for programs to follow.
Okay, so you're making a motion to approve these 2 resolutions?
Yes. Motion to
have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? No. So the motion passes to approve Guam Workforce Development Board Resolution 2024-001 and 002. Board discussions. We move on to board discussions. Ms. Ujo Heath, you are recognized.
Good afternoon, everyone. So on Title 20, Chapter 5, Part 679, Part 370, which is under what are the functions of the Local Workforce Development Board as provided in WIOA Section 107D. So the Local Workforce Development Board must review applications to provide adult education and literacy activities under WIOA Title II. So our request for proposal is due on March 29th. Therefore, it is part of the local board's responsibility to review and make recommendations to the eligible local provider to determine that the application is consistent with the local plan. So this is our second time around. We did this 2 years ago. So it's just for the local board to review and make sure that the local providers, again, their programs are aligned with the state board workforce development or state plan.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Are there any other matters to discuss?
So I will be, once the applications are submitted, we have a review committee that will determine based on demonstrated effectiveness, and those that met the eligible demonstrated effectiveness, those applications will be forwarded to the board for review. So we are looking approximately April, the latest May.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to the next item, public comments. Director Della Solo, you are recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So just to clarify an item on the agenda, the public comment period, as previously stated in the state plan, has since closed, and we did receive one submission, and that's from the good senator's office. These comments have been recognized, and some of them have been implemented and a number of them. So I just wanted to thank you, Senator. And other than that, that was all that we got for public comment. Thank you.
Are any of the board members like to make any comments or have anything to suggest? Okay. Back to you, David.
Mr. Chair, Senator Sabina Perez wants to ask a question.
Okay, yeah, so, one of the things in my comment was, diversification. So, I think I'm trying to take a look at the whole document, and I'm wondering to what extent, conversations are there, so, about, about, the way.
I'm sorry, I don't think we can hear her comment. Is there a microphone?
Sorry. So yeah, I guess the question is just following up on my comments, and part of my comments was to put in place diversification of our workforce, and we can lead to diversification of the economy. So I was wondering to what extent business plan accommodate that. It's more of a question, so somebody can. Yes, Senator, if I may, in this, can you point out this, areas where, subdivision, other business, I think, is, the narrative. Oh, the narrative. So we actually, a hard copy of this plan, yeah. So if you look at the, economic and workforce analysis section, there are, some writing that we did. So we mentioned here, converting demand in industry sectors. So we talked about some of the industries that we are seeing in the next 10 years. The last launch production that was particularly from 2020 to 2026. But some of the programs that the governor has envisioned, for example, the program, so technology, and then there's the 3D filming. So those are some of the things that we want to know. So we're going to be putting, and looking at it. But those were based off of projection, launch projections that were completed by our peer group. This is also provide us with what they are eyeing for occupation and other types of industries. And in regards to the government itself, because this is businesses, but also not equity and some of the utilities. So I'm kind of worried about that. And there's a
We are working towards that. But tomorrow, we're going to do a presentation and looking at trying to go after those positions where they are getting those resources and training skills workers, putting together apprenticeship programs and trying to address them. As we are doing boot camp, so to speak, like bus drivers, to try to address the attrition through bus driving. So we are working with the different utilities, the different agencies who are seeing a shortage to come up with the various programs and services to help start the training of, of people to get places into the contract. So they are being looked at and being addressed, and it is something that we are working very heavily with, and with our partners. Of course,
So I, if my, comments I was to do, I want to systematic assessment. So looking at the PTO as a pipeline, starting the pipeline within.
We have an apprenticeship program, not really apprenticeship, but we are implementing that. We're going to the schools and starting a job training program for them that will come out. That they can do that they're working with the hotel for the
So we're trying to do this from the expand, the apprenticeship so that it's not just focusing on the visual, but also expanding it to our other professional careers as well. So, that's a lot of business and careers, and, architecture. So we are now, kind of at the forefront of, working with several industries. And so that's something that, we are trying to materialize as soon as possible. And then, so right now, with regards to the pre-apprenticeship program, it's, when you hear about that, you kind of thinking more in high school level, we're trying to target the rates to a lower level so that they're engaged at a younger age, and their, interest in career development early.
and of course, in the private sector, our grant program has been loaded.
Yeah.
And it is going very well. And we're reaching out to more and more of the different types of companies trying to diversify on wanting to be able for them to have hire less skilled workers and put them through a apprenticeship program that will meet their customized needs.
Thank you for all your efforts to this library. So for them. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to collaborating in regards to, strengthening that new program.
If I may add as a closing point, in the plan, we acknowledge the safe and full development goal framework. And in that, there's standing committees that speak to the systematic review of what are the possibilities of looking at quality of life. One goal area is the job, the labor component, good jobs. And I think that's a very intentional way to bring all the stakeholders that provide servicing as well as those that, how do we reach the underserved population and align them into the programs that is a real requirement in the WIO and title. And if we're not clear on how do we sort of access that, one of the findings in the business needs assessment survey that was striking is the lack of applicants. And I think that's something that allows us using data, these kinds of feedback, to begin revisiting the assumptions of our current delivery, and then look at what areas speak to where we could scale up services that work. And that's where we can isolate the central resources to support where the greatest need is. So it's a good commitment and investment on the programming side, and fortunately for us, this is the planning phase that allows us to tap those funding resources. And then also the bad part to this is that when you get those funding, you have to deliver and provide the performance measures and the data that you're meeting those goals and assumptions.
I was on a teacher, I know that, if that's the other population, probably will fit that time on the eligibility requirements. And we have to try to work on this. Get these, the levels of my concept was, let's train them up while they're in school, and some other time they graduate, they have a job, and they're ready to go, rather than graduating them and then doing that extra training period. Let's train them, so let's take the training and school. There's nothing possible. We need a GCC model, they're ready to get, that other trades. And it doesn't have to be a whole school. It can be a school within a school, when we're talking about cohorts. You know, dedicated cohorts, some people go and do the next trade, and then you can, balance it based on the needs. Something I would really like to see.
Yeah, that's what we're basically started, and this started with the hotel, who are really challenging as our tourism starts to expand. They're not getting the employees as with all businesses that are challenged. So this is our first step into trying to introduce that kind of model, and we'll expand it as we take that first step. Yeah, with the first couple hundred. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's still a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Chair. And, that's the end of the discussion.
I guess we've exhausted the agenda, so do we have a motion for adjournment?
I move to adjourn.
Okay, second.
Second.
Okay, anybody with any objections? Seeing and hearing none, the motion passes. The Guam Workforce Development Board General Membership Meeting has adjourned. The time is, what time is it? 3:38. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. We'll be taking these resolutions to you tomorrow morning for your signature. Are you going to be in your office?
I will be in my office all morning, yes, all day.
Oh, okay. So we'll get my signature, and of course we need your signature on these resolutions for the state plan and for the one for food.
No problem. I'll be here. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.